keep an eye on this over here. And if you do drop in, do say hello. It's always great to hear from you, and drop any questions you have in chat. I will pick them up as we go through the live stream today. And it's mainly aimed at catching up with you guys, letting you know how things are going and finding out how your setups have gone, because I know you've been setting up some live streams and getting your own little setups going. So if there's any help I can show you today, I am here on Amazon, so I can show you the products at the same time. So let's go, let's check that. Okay, here we go. Yes, okay, so we are good. Now if I look at this camera here, would I suggest another one? Yes, I would. And that other camera is a Canon EOS R6. So we did a number of comparisons. A lot of people mentioned that they wanted the A7 III, the Sony. Sony gets a lot of hype around YouTubers and a lot of content creators, but is it the best option? And for the specs and the price, what do you actually get? So the EOS R6 full frame mirrorless camera is the entry from Canon. There's a few out there in terms of what you can look at. So would it be a good option? It depends. Now looking at this, it's all down to what your requirement is going to be for in terms of overall use. But I reckon the R6 full frame can be a nice option if you've got the budget for it and you're looking for that kind of spec. Because remember, you're looking at 4K there, and that would be a whole new kettle of fish if you're recording video on its own. So let's keep that in mind. Again, let me know at any point if you're looking at the camera that I'm talking about. You will see me on Amazon Live appear on the listing for the page that we're talking about. Any point you have a question, you can basically click on this video to unmute it. As soon as you click the unmute button, you'll be able to hear me and I can answer your questions. So if you're shopping today and you're not sure about a camera, we can look at the specs, we can do a side-by-side comparison to find the best deal for you. That's the main aim of today. So of course we've got the EOS, only one left in stock there today, people. Let's keep an eye on that. EOS R6, good option. So we warmed up with a couple of DSLRs there, mirrorless options, but I reckon we need to look at something more geared towards everybody. Because as you look at photos and video, you're going to want something that you can easily do video with and photo with. What does that mean? Well, that means we're going to look at another camera. That's what it means. And that camera, of course, is just here. We've got the Canon EOS M50 Mark II. So the Mark II offers you a few additional things. If you're live streaming, that camera will allow you to be able to live stream and have a clean HDMI, number one, and have face focusing, so it'll track your face, so you won't actually be out of focus at any point. So that's something to keep in mind. The price there is, well, for a starter camera, it's not too shabby at all, is it? So looking at that, we've got the EOS M50 Mark II. We've done quite a lot about this. You may have known on the last few streams on Amazon Live, we've done about what, 4? Well, that's another success. We've had 50 live streams now. Today is 51 of Amazon Live shows. So 51 days of 2-hour plus shows on Amazon Live. We've been talking to a number of customers. I've been offering you a number of suggestions for your requirements, and we've done it very well on the Canon T7. A lot of people like that camera and have used it and found it to work well for them based on the recommendations. The Canon M50 has been another great option, and the Nikon D3500. That it all depends on what you're currently shooting, so keep that in mind when you're thinking about your cameras. And again, if you pop in at any point, do let me know and say hello. I am keeping an eye on both live streams today, so whether you're on YouTube or if you're on Amazon Live, we are repping it on both sides today. So keeping that there, we've got the kit lens on this camera. So this comes with like a 15 to 45. The thing here to remember is the reason I didn't buy the M50 is mainly because I've got EF mount lenses, so you can't fit a normal full frame camera lens on the EOS M50 without some type of adapter. The actual lens is a EF-M type. What does that mean? So that lens type you can't put these cameras on. It's not the same size sensor, so I won't be able to fit these lenses onto it. These are some of the lenses. You may know I've got a number of lenses just up here behind me, which I've messed up, so if I put them in order, you'll see there. So we've got a number of options for Canon lenses. So the whole reason around not buying the M50 wasn't because that camera is not a good camera. It was because for my needs, it wouldn't fit in with what I'm setting up at the moment. So if that was something that wanted to fit into this range, I'd have to buy adapters, and then I wouldn't get the full the f-stops from the camera, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't get like the full blurriness that I normally like on my live streams like this. So that's something you want to think about. If you're shooting with Canon or Nikon, then consider the gear you've already got and how can we help keep your gear and not spend as much money and maybe get just a body, because you could easily just get another camera body, for example here, and then your lenses can just be transferred over. So then what did I do? Well, I looked at another camera. We have got that camera in the live stream today. It's in the carousel. So what will happen is, as we go through these items, I'm going to show you that camera that I ended up buying, and I did a full guide. I mean, if you're on my YouTube channel, you'll know, just over there, Amazon Live customers, check it out. I basically did unboxings are so last 20 years ago, so I didn't do an unboxing. I kind of did a starting the camera up, how you would, if you first got a new camera, how you would set it up, from the menus, the lens, attaching the memory card. So like from a point of view of someone totally new to photography. So that would be something handy for you to keep in mind. How to set it up, how to put in the battery, the memory card, the lens, how to use it, how to take your first photo, how to take your first video. So that was like a handy tips video. And then after that, looking at additional things. So that was all covered, and it helps when you buy a camera to know that kind of stuff. But coming back to the screen here, the Amazon item there is $699. So we're looking at dollars. Again, this is a US special. So Mark II EFM lens mount. So again, like I mentioned, the camera lenses, you will need to buy separate lenses. If you wanted to buy the camera for live streaming, what would you be thinking of? Well, that's the thing. I've got another lens here, which I've updated the carousel. As you know, on Amazon Live, everything I talk about is linked on a carousel. I'm using my phone to update the carousel for you to let you know what I'm talking about. So if I'm ever looking down at my phone, I'm not playing a game, I'm not doing something else, I'm actually sorting out the live stream for you. So let me know at any point if you have a question. You can interrupt me and we'll kind of jump to any questions that come up. That's to both YouTube and Amazon. So the lens here I've got is a wide option. Now, well, it's not in stock at the moment, but it's worth looking at so you know what the options are for you. Let's have a look at this. So we've got, you'll notice here it says Canon EFM mount. So that would work on the camera we were looking at, which is the EOS M50 Mark II. So it's like a newer release to the first version. So having that in your kit, that it looks quite small. I say that because I'm used to these big pro lenses and I have DSLRs. But some people want smaller cameras and smaller lenses if they're going on holiday and they don't want like loads of kit. It's a good option because it's going to be compact size and still give you good photo and good video. Keep that in mind. So 11 to 22 millimeter. So it's going to be a wide option, and this will give you good shots for this kind of situation. It'll be a bit wider than this. It'll probably be more like my standing desk shot. Let me take you to my standing desk. I'm keeping eye on chat again, Amazon Live. So let me know at any point if you have a question. And let me go over to my standing desk. Have I charged my remote? Of course I have. Yes. So I can give you an example of what that lens would mean for you. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. We good? Yes. So now this is a more wider view. You can see more of the desk. So you can see I can just wave my arms like that. So that means I've got more being shown. I'm standing up, but you're seeing more of it. Down here, I've got another wide angle option, which is like a Mojave Cam. It basically follows me around. But I think that's quite cool. Doing stuff like that in a live stream is basically you're seeing as things unfold exactly what's going on. So that would be very handy for you, especially if you're looking for wide options. So let's go back to the sitting down shot and I can give you more information on that. There we go. So you saw that there. That was like a wider view. So you're getting demonstrations today as well as the actual items I'm speaking about. So that wide view I was standing up on would be very similar for this type of lens, 11 to 22 millimeter. So like you see a lot more, whereas this is more like 50 millimeters. So you're seeing less of stuff around me, is more focused on me. So that would be important, especially if you're looking for live streaming and you want to do like a demonstration, DIY type stuff. So that would be a good one. That's one option. But in addition to that, remember, this is the lens for this camera. So we're looking at, like, we're going through the journey of the live stream, as it were. So we've got an M50 Mark II camera, and then I'm giving you an option for a lens there, EFM. Yep, and we are good on Amazon Live. Again, I am doing this as a live piece to Amazon Live. At any point, if you have a question, you can drop a message in chat and I can help you with your purchase. If you're currently seeing my live stream but you're not hearing me, you would need to click on this video to unmute me, and that will allow you to actually ask questions and get more information about the product you're viewing. And how this works is you see a live stream on Amazon just like that. So like for example, we're looking at a lens, you scroll down and you see live streams relating to this product, and then you've got a carousel over on the right hand side. You can use a carousel and actually go through all the items we're going to be speaking about today in the show, and that will allow you to select the item and open it up full page. So that's when you start looking at the product that I suggested. That one's not in stock at the moment, so you can add it to your basket and then buy it when it comes in stock. You've got a bit of a wait though, June 18. Come on Amazon, you need to speed that up for us there. Okay, so that's one lens. I'll show you another one, because if that's not available or you don't want to wait that long, I have got an alternative option for you, which is the 22mm. Again, it's a EFM for the right camera. So let me bring that up for you now. Okay, here we go, working it today. Oh, interesting. We have 3 items here, yet you have more. What would that be? So let's check that out. Ooh, interesting. Well, let me refresh my page, because it seems like on Amazon Live you're seeing 3 of the, yeah, there we go. There we go. Amazon's a bit slow on the update today there, everybody. But we're getting there. We're going to work it today. Okay, so we have the secondary option there. And again, like I mentioned, with this lens, am I still good? Yeah. So because the other one's not in stock yet, I can give you an alternative, because this EF22mm is an f2 lens. F2, you'll see there. So what do we mean by f2? What that means for you is if you live stream, you can have a blurry background and you will be sharp. That's like a normal way of explaining it. If you're new to photography and you're not too sure, but you've seen somebody's photo or video or live stream and you want to get that look of having it like nice and blurry, gaming kind of video content stuff, you can make it with a lens that allows you to go to a lower f-stop. So this lens on that camera would work in that scenario. So again, this is $249 at the moment. You can check that price there, and that's a smaller lens. So again, it's going to fit nicely onto the camera that we were looking at, Canon EOS M50. So that is not a shabby deal at all, is it? So you got a nice small custom body. It was so interesting that I nearly brought it, and as I mentioned earlier, I didn't end up buying the M50. I bought another camera. I'll tell you why if you didn't join at the start of the show, so keep tuned for that. And again, my YouTube guys, hello, hope you're doing well. Let me know at any point if you got any questions. Be nice to catch up with you. How's your journey going so far? Any questions about live streaming or any content really, I can kind of help out. So back to Amazon Live here, we're looking at another lens there. So we looked at one which is not in stock, but if you're considering waiting for it, you can put it in and wait for that, because you are going to get a kit lens already with the camera anyway. So it's not as if you don't have a lens to play with, and it'll take a bit of time. As you get used to the lens, you're going to slowly get better, and you're going to find limitations, and then you look at the lens and think, wait a minute, I might want a better lens. That's when you'll upgrade to the lens. You can do great footage and stuff with kit lenses, so you don't have to upgrade. It's only down to your final goal of what you want to do with a live stream or video or photo. So that's another option. Okay, in addition to all of that, to make that all stay where it needs to stay for photos and videos, you're going to need a solid tripod. So what are tripod options for your setup? Well, here we go. Let's bring that up here. A good tripod is going to be worth its money. When you start traveling, you want something reliable that's not going to break. And right now we have got an option here for a carbon fiber tripod, and you'll see there based on the photo what the dimensions of that are. It's actually quite nice to hold in your hand, so it's not too big. We don't want something too cumbersome. It does depend on the size of your camera though. So obviously if you have a heavier camera, you might want to think about another tripod. But if at any point you're not sure if it will hold your camera, let me know what camera you got and the lens. We'll find out the weight of it and see if it'll handle your camera basically. So that is apparently it's a super professional. They put that in the title, so it must be. I don't always trust the titles. I normally look at the specs and find the right item for the weight and the requirements. So you can see there, it actually mounts it upside down as well. So that's not a bad little addition there if you're doing close-up shots of macro and that kind of things. Okay, $219. So heavy duty stand and super low gravity center, 360 panoramic ball head. Yeah, so is there any other type of ball head? It's always going to be 360, isn't it? I like how they put the marketing spiel in there. Yes, okay, so carbon fiber. Yes, repping it, that's what we're doing. Oh, there we go, and look who's down there. It's me again on that product page for your product today. So if you're enjoying the stream, do make sure to click up here. You can click follow at any point. What that does, it allows you to keep in tune with any live stream that happens. I mainly cover photo and video deals on Amazon Live, and I bring you new items or items that will work for your requirements. So let me know at any point if you got any questions and we can help you with that. Gucci, how's it going there? You still with me? Okay, there we go. So looking there, we've got the tripod. So after your tripod, now we're looking at photo and video, but there's something else to consider. At some point, you're going to need to make your camera work for you in multiple ways. What does that mean? That means at some point, you're going to need to get yourself something to make your camera work for you as a live streaming camera without any hiccups. So how will that work? Well, you're going to need to get yourself a capture card. We did a full stream on this about how to set it up. Let me bring that up for you now here. So that there is, of course, the Camlink 4K broadcast live recording via DSLR camcorder. It doesn't have to be just for that. You can use it for gaming as well. So if you decide to put your console in there, you can record your gameplay onto your computer and do a live stream. So it's like multi usable, as it were. Excuse me. Okay, so let's go down. What we got? So you can easily use a broadcast stunning quality up to 1080p 60 frames a second or 4K at 30 frames a second. So considering the camera deal I've got, I bought this because it was the most sensible option. My camera streams at 4K 30 frames a second if I wanted to. So at some point in a couple of years, when everybody catches up and the computers are fast enough, we can start streaming at full-on 4K and customers can see it as well. Because remember, it takes a bit of time. Because for example, let's think about this. If you're going to use your photo or video camera to live stream at 4K 30 frames a second, not everybody will be able to view that. Some people might have a slower internet connection, so on their phone, most likely they're going to watch it in a lower quality just to get the signal there. So they might actually still be watching it in 720p or 1080p just because of the network speeds, internet speeds, Wi-Fi speeds, mobile data, etc. So you don't have to fully go on for the full K journey yet until everybody gets 5G and it's all like fully nicely, smoothly integrated. So that's something to keep in mind. However, being prepared for the future is a good option. Having that Camlink card means all you need to do is just plug in your camera to the same card you're using for 1080p, and then you can start using the 4K. So there have been some deals on this, and this is actually still on deal. So if you are looking for a Camlink, I'm surprised that it's gone down by price. These have stayed reasonable for a long amount of time. They've gone down by 9%, so you're actually saving $11.59 if you buy that. It was $130, close to $130, so that's an option for you for your live streaming, especially if you're going to make use of your cameras, like for example your DSLRs for live streaming. So alright, hi Salon, how are you doing today? Thanks for joining, appreciate you coming in. What brings you to the channel today? Are you just having a look at what we're doing, or do you have any questions? Let me know at any point if you have a question. I can help you live and we can look through that. So yes, as mentioned, we are looking at a number of products today: photography, video, live streaming, lighting. We're going to slowly work through it. So remember, now we've looked at the cameras, we've looked at the lenses. I offered you a camera there which was earlier in the live stream, which is of course just over here. It's the Canon EOS M50. Then we looked at a few lens options for you, and we looked at a tripod as well. That was a lens option, and that was a lens option for the M50. So from that we moved to a tripod. Then we looked at the Camlink, which is over here. Next up, we're going to be looking at something that allows you to use the Camlink. So a lot of people miss this step out. It's not expensive. It's just a little thing that not many people look at. So let me bring that up on the carousel. Yes, Salon, I do use Magic Lantern to get a clean HDMI from my cameras. I worked that on my 5D Mark II, which is just here. Yes, I made a full video about that. Did you have a look at that? Did it help you? Do you have a question? Let me know. I am here live, so I can help you out while you're here. Okay, so let's go F6. So looking at this now, the next thing I'm going to show you is something that not everybody looks at. This little thing here. So did you know if you're going to live stream with your camera, your live streaming camera will go out via HDMI if you're using a Camlink card. And that Camlink card is HDMI. Your camera is mini HDMI. Let me show you. Okay, there we go. So you'll see that HDMI, it's not full HDMI size. So that's why you'll need an adapter, a mini HDMI to a female full HDMI, which then you can plug into your cable and then use it. So you don't want to be stuck where you buy all your gear and you're ready to live stream and that little adapter causes you to have to wait a few more days or a next day delivery from Amazon, unless you're in an area you can get it the same day. So that little adapter there I'm showing you is a mini HDMI adapter to a mini a mini HDMI adapter to a HDMI female cable. So that's important to put in your kit. Salon, let me know if you're having difficulties with the Magic Lantern. I'm here so we can work that out for you. Yes, so we basically looked at the camera. We looked at M50 Mark II, good option. I'm gonna look at another one after this deal. We looked at a couple of lenses to get you a view that looks pleasing to like a live stream. Then we looked at a tripod. Then we looked at a cam link to bring you good quality live streaming. Again, with the cameras you want to make sure they're clean HDMI out, which the M50 Mark II is, so you're lucky in that scenario. And then we got the cam link. We'll need a HDMI cable and that little adapter to be able to use your live stream. So that's key to remember. So what else have we got? In addition to that, we're going to be looking at a few little things. Yes, okay, so we looked at the cable. Let's bring you back over to my screen, and we are gonna be, let me have a little break, shall we? We have been going for 42 minutes, but you know on Amazon Live we go up to 2 hours, so we're gonna have a bit of a party today. Do let me know if you're live and you're currently shopping. Any questions, I am here to help. Okay, so auto shut off on your camera. Interesting. Let me go back over here. So okay, Salon, I have this problem. I use a Canon EOS 1100D. I already set the auto power off to off, but the camera still shuts off every 30 minutes. 1100D. I already use capture card and Magic Lantern. I don't have problems with that. I already use capture card and Magic Lantern. I don't have problems with that. Okay, so it works. It just shuts off after every 30 minutes. Okay, in your camera, have you gone to your menu to turn auto shut off to off? It's normally a time in there. You can do 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute, never, something like that. Check your menu. I'm hoping it's that. If it's not that, let me know, because I think it's possible that the 1100D has a limit of how long you can live stream for. Are you using a dummy battery or are you using the power battery from the camera? As in, have you got like a power battery or just a rechargeable battery? Let me know. I'll carry on and then I'll keep an eye out for your comment, Salan. Okay, so yes, again, we looked at a few options there for live streaming. So next up, you're going to look at something to improve your live stream. What do I mean by that? You're going to need something like a light. So lights here are going to be very important to get your color looking right. So with the lights, I've got some items here. I'm updating the carousel for you, and these are a newer light. I was surprised to see 30% off, so they've actually gone down in price. So you want to make sure you see these beauties. Let me bring them up on screen for you. So these are 2-pack newer. These are the ones I've used them. So I use them in 2 places. If you're in Amazon, you're shopping for lights today, let me know. I can show you my standing desk, which is over there. I normally do my standing shots there. I can show you the lights. You can actually see them in shot. I'll zoom out a bit and you can see the 2 lights and how they look. I've got 3. So the 2 that you get now are quite decent priced in terms of what you're getting in return. So here we've got the newer 2-packs professional metal bicolor dimmable 660 LED video light. So they've gone down in price. You're saving $41.51, 30% off. They were at close to $140. So if you're looking for lights, I can say if you're live streaming, these lights actually work wonders. What I would suggest though is try and get that diffuser for it. Let me show you the diffuser, what I'm talking about. I'll take Amazon chat with me, so if you have any questions, drop them in that. Let me get my remote and let's work over to the standing desk. I'll have to put my mic on and I'll show you the lights. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So these are the lights. We've got one up here, a newer light. It's a full-on panel. We've got one over here. I'm going to zoom you out a bit so you can see them. Or I might be able to show you on my Mojave Cam. Yeah, he's on. Let me show you. Okay, so I've purposely zoomed you out so you can see that light there. There's another light behind my camera, which is useless. But yeah, let me know if the lights are what you're looking for. I can do like a note down of them. So there's an additional diffuser in front of the lights as well, so that's important to keep in mind. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna have to go back and zoom that in again, because otherwise it's gonna bug me. Okay, so that was a quick look at lights. Whack. I like that remote. Okay, so also this is something else. I don't know how many people are watching today, but Asahan, I've seen a few messages for you. I'm gonna check them in a second. I'm gonna read them. So ATM Mini Pro. I'm gonna say it about 10 times. Can I do that with the ATM Mini? No, I can't. If I'm over there and I want to walk over here, I can't mid point change my scene, or while I'm there do a change of scene. I have to physically push a button. So if anybody here is watching from my YouTube about the ATM Mini, talk to me, people, talk to me. That is something that I don't know. If it does what I want it to do, I'm gonna get it, but I don't think it will do what I want it to do. But yeah, anyway, we are live on Amazon today. We are helping you with your purchases. So if you have any questions, drop them in. And if you can't hear me, you need to click on the video. That's the thing in Amazon. Unless the customer clicks on the video, they will not hear me. I will be muted. So as soon as you click on the video, you can actually hear me and you can actually chat live and ask me questions about your purchases, and I can look through and help you with your purchases. So let's go over to the next option here, lighting. As you mentioned, I looked at those lights. If you're looking at lighting, let me know about lighting. I can show you a couple of examples because I actually use multiple background lights as well. So just for a second, I'm going to pop over to my YouTube, guys. I have a question here. I already used capture card. Okay, yes, I already set it to off. Okay. I only use normal battery, but the camera still shuts down even though I set it to off. Okay. Now, the next question here is going to be 1100D. Let me do a quick little search for you. Google is your friend, Salan. Have you searched Google? How long before power off? Let's see what it says. Okay, so based on the Canon website, that camera automatically turns off after that set time period. Let's have a look. Okay, so you need to get yourself another camera or get a dummy battery, but I don't know if the dummy battery is going to help you. Dummy batteries are basically something that you put into your camera and you can live stream for longer. It's like a lead and you plug it into power. So 1100D, let's have a look. Battery. Okay, external power discussion. There is something here. Okay, so I used a unit Amazon. Okay, 12 volt, the cheapest. Okay, why have you tried the Canon EOS webcam tool, Salan? Let me show you something here. Let me go over here. And hello everybody in Amazon. I am live streaming for you today about photo and video options. So we've got a number of things today that we can look at. So at any point if you got a question, drop a message in chat and I can help you with your purchases. Just helping Salon here. Let me go my videos. and I'm gonna give you this little video. I reckon you can be sorted out by this. Where's my, why have I not got, okay, let's do that. Am I on my wrong channel? No, I am. Okay, here we go. Your videos. I'm gonna search something for you. I'm gonna put it in the description. You can click on it and it'll show you. So if I do update, you can do it another way. What are you using it for live streaming for? Salon, get shareable link. Okay, have a look at this. Does it only run on Windows 10? Is that right? Is that right? I'm gonna have to find that out now. I'm sure I used it on Windows 7. I've got an old laptop that I ran it on and it worked for me. You might be right though, because I might have auto upgraded it. You know, you can get a free upgrade from Windows 7 to Windows 10. What computer have you got and why can't you upgrade it to Windows 10? If you go to the website, you can actually upgrade it for free if you were an existing Windows customer. And Windows 10 is not too bad. It's not too shabby. Windows 7 was good, but like the 10 is the new 7, isn't it? We had all the in-between ones. But yes, hello everybody on Amazon. I am live helping you with your purchases today. We have got a number of camera options and we're looking at different options basically. We've looked at starter cameras, we looked at mirrorless cameras, and getting you to live stream and use your camera for multiple purposes. What will that mean for you? It means you can look at a number of ways to get really good photo. At any point, if you're thinking about a camera, drop a message in chat. I'm here to help so we can answer your questions live. So where have we got up to? We got up to lights. We were looking at lights. U green. Okay, here we go. Let's go back over to my screen there. So the light options were multiple. We looked at the camera. We looked at the tripod. Hello Amazon customer, thank you for joining. I watched a previous stream of you. You said that sound travels faster than light, but it's the other way around. 1 minute. What I said, sound travels faster than light. Okay, I'm thinking of lightning. You see the flash, you hear the sound. So light and sound. I said sound faster than light. Okay, I think in the moment I must have said it the wrong way around. Okay, yeah. So thank you. I appreciate you coming back and remembering me on another day to correct me. So sound travels faster than light. Sound. No, that's wrong. Yeah, you're wrong. Yeah, what I said was wrong. So it's flash and then you hear the bang. So light travels faster than sound. So I think on my stream, I was doing a double live stream and my picture was going to another live stream, but the sound was off synced. So I had to put a 0.25 second delay on my audio to catch up. So it worked in that example, but if I put a delay on my sound, that means my sound is going slower in order to keep up with the picture. So the sound was faster than the picture. Does that make sense? I'm trying to uncover it in my mind. But yeah, it would be nice if your name was there. I don't want to call you Amazon customer. I'll call you Mr. A, because that's a bit cool. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. Also, if you enjoyed the stream, there is a button up here. If you've watched once before and you've come back today, I think you should be following. So smash that follow button. What that does is each time I go live, you get a notification that I've gone live. We talk about photo deals, video, lights, camera, lightning, sound being faster than light, or light being faster than sound. Yeah, amazing. Okay, so Salon, why would you not upgrade to Windows 10? What's the limitation? Can you do that? Because that might be like a quick fix for you. Okay, so let's go back over here. Oh, okay, so we've looked at lighting. So newer 2 packs, that has taken a price reduction, which is why I mentioned it today. Let me bring it back to my, yeah. So these are the exact lights I've got. I've got 3 of them. And I use them for up here, which you'll see. Oh, okay. You would see if Mojave was looking at me. Let me just get Mojave resynced. Because he's a robot camera, what he does is he looks around for you. Oh, there we go. We're back to... Okay, so there it is up there. I've got one up there and I've got 2 on my standing desk. So it's like, oh yeah, he's always busy doing that. So you could probably just about see it in the top of the screen on my Panasonic cam, but that gives you an idea there. Yes, so newer lights, they have got a good output. I'm in probably, well, I would say 3 meters by 6 meters in total distance. So I'm shooting at ISO 100, 1.8 and 60 frames a second. So if you've ever done video, you'll know how much light you need to keep a good ISO, a low ISO. So they're putting out quite a lot of output. And also I've diverted them to me and my desk. So they actually point down in a way that it lights my desk up and it lights me up, but not my background. Because ideally I want my background a bit darker so you can see those LED lights, which is the next thing in the carousel. As if I planned it. How nicely does that transition to the next item? Let me bring up the next item for you right about now. And we have got, these are LED light strips. They're not the best, I'll tell you why. But I'll tell you why I've put up with them. So you're kind of getting like a both view here. So that is on Amazon and you can see it's at $26.99. Now these lights are options that are very flexible and you can kind of put them around in different places. So hopefully if I show you F5, you'll see up along here, that's all green as well. So actually I've got them coming around my screen and then they go behind me as well. So it's like a full loop. So regardless of which angle you see me on, you'll see that light. Even on my standing desk, if I do F4, you'll see it's got a green back tinge to there. Without that, it looks a bit dull. So it gives you that extra feel and look on it. So if you're doing photo or video, if you get that extra color behind you, it'll give you a nice poppy look on it. And then I've got another light here, which is a pink color. So we're going along the lines of red, green, blue, RGB, like to give it a nice filmy kind of look. Ideally, when I'm not using my standing desk, I'll turn those lights off. And when I turn them off, it actually makes this a bit more moody, a bit more dark. So if you can control the light, it will help you a lot. And also it's bouncing off my desk. But LED wise, it's 65.6 feet. It's quite long. I was able to go like full on everywhere I wanted to go. And they have got a remote control, which I hardly ever change because I always keep it on green. But you could set it to another color. So it is worth considering that. So again, that is $26.99 and you're going to get it as part of a kit. You get a remote, you get the power adapter, and you've got your unit there to basically set it up. So I reckon if you're thinking about lighting, you can have a nice atmosphere setup. If you do gaming or video especially, these little lights can actually be quite good. So you'll have them as your background lights and then have like a main light as your main feature one. So again, if you are joining at any point, we are looking at photo and video deals today. As part of that, we're naturally going to cover lighting and additional peripherals that you would need to make your photo video kind of work for you. So at any point, if you're not sure, I am here live. So you can click on my video and it will unmute me. You won't hear that if you were muted. So let me just give you my visual. You can click on this video at any point to unmute. And once you unmute me, I am here live. I can answer your questions for your purchases. And if you got any questions about individual specs or items, I can do a side-by-side comparison and share my screen with you to show you and help you through your journey process of checkout today. So at any point, drop a message in chat and I can help you. So we've got up to lighting. Next up, we have some additional lightings. I saw a price reduction on these today, so I thought I'm going to bring these to you. Next up, we're going to be looking at microphones as well. So if you're thinking about microphones, hang about, that would be a good option for you. Okay, so softbox lighting kit, professional studio, currently unavailable. So what happens is, this show is planned in advance. It actually gets set up as a pre-scheduled show. All these items are checked and added into the carousel. Because we've got a number of followers on Amazon Live, they'll basically go into my stream and see what I'm going to be featuring and pick out the best deals and purchase them. So if you're not following already, make sure you're following, because what will happen is as soon as I do add items or set up shows scheduled, you'll see them and you can make use of those good deals and the prices as well. So that light, I'm going to skip that light because it's currently unavailable until we get some more stock in. And next up, I have got something that's interesting. Rode microphones. So this is going to get its own dedicated show, but for now, we are going to cover the essentials. What do we mean by that? Well, this is what we mean. Rode microphones, wireless Go, the version 2, dual channel wireless. So these little beauties have a number of uses. A lot of people use these for vlogging, You can use them for live streaming if you set them up correctly. You can have microphones, like I use a full-on mic, and then I go over to my standing desk and I have another mic set up over there. In this example, maybe one of those would be better. I'm going to check the audio on them and check the quality of them, which is coming soon. But based on this environment, we're actually going to be setting them up to give us the best for a live stream and a closed environment, because the worst thing that can happen is they can be very echoey if you're in an environment. It's not a bad thing about the mics, it's more about getting the right soundproofing in your environment. So you'll notice I've got a bit of a DIY system set up there. If I spin you around on my Mojave Cam, you'll see kind of just there I've got like a half wall of soundproofing. We did a full show dedicated to soundproofing and acoustic solutions, so that would be imperative to get a nice audio. Hopefully that tells you, based on what I'm saying, does it sound okay? What do you think? Is it too echoey? Is it too loud? I do use a mixing board, so that mixing board allows me to be able to adjust the levels individually. Yes, okay, I'm just keeping an eye on chat. I had that Amazon customer chat. I think he's got a standard Amazon customer profile as to be anonymous, but I'm sure I know who that is. I know you. Okay. Yeah, I was checking out Amazon Live earlier, and I saw a number of creators live streaming. So there's loads of great content being made on Amazon Live. Make sure to check out the additional streams relating to each of your products. There's loads about home deals. There's a lot on at the moment about pets as well. So a lot of content creators, especially Amazon influencers on Amazon Live, are making content for that. Today we are sticking to our subject, Zulf photography, the photography show. So looking at the photo cameras and looking at Camlink. That is a number of ways to get your camera to work for you in different ways. We're looking at lighting, we're looking at microphones, and the little packages that make your content creation easier and more professional. So stay tuned, and if you're not already, you can click follow at any point, which lets you get notified every time we schedule a stream or set up a stream. Some of the best deals are scheduled, and any reductions in price are brought to you at checkout, so keep that in mind. Let's have a look at our next item here for you. So we looked at the mic, and yeah, I think that's something that's going to be interesting. As you can see, they're featured on Amazon Live relating to that product, and that's the Rode Wireless Go 2. Beautiful. And I think we are going to be due a break at some point soon. We're at the 1 hour and 3 minute mark. Gucci, are you still with me? Amazon Custom, are you still with me? Tuesday tends to be more of a slow day, so we're keeping it nice and chill today. The main days on Amazon Live tend to be the weekends, and we've had a great session. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Amazon Live, we have had a party, an absolute ball. A number of customers have made some amazing jokes, and we've had some bants. D's in the house. How are we doing, D? Every time D comes in, you know what I think? I think Mojave Cam. D is our Amazon customer that named our camera the Mojave Cam. So he has the privilege of naming that camera, and every time he comes on, it reminds me, Mojave Cam, how are we doing? We've set him up, D. I went and brought a Camlink 4K. I went and bought another DSLR just to make Mojave work. Because you remember last time he was bugging out and giving us a bit of difficulty, so we gave him a holiday. He's back from his holiday, he's raring to go, he's live and kicking. And he's got his own little name badge and everything. Okay, so we're looking at microphones right about now, the Rode Wireless, but you know the camera that I was talking to you about? I mentioned that I bought a camera, and I didn't buy the camera that I love and I always talk about, and I would have bought, I will buy. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over there, and then obviously Mojave Cam. We've got all the cams, but we need one more camera to shop this up now, because the shopping experience is going to be only as good as the items I can show you. EOS M50 Mark II promotion in the work coming through. Keep an eye out on that. SL3, we've already picked up one of those bad boys, which I'm live streaming on now. There with a 4K camera, just Camlink even. So these are all making up the ideal situation for us to be able to show you exactly what you're about to buy. Also have additional videos linked here, so you can actually go to my channel and check out videos about products that I talk to you about, and if you end up buying them, you're not left high and dry. You can actually go over to my YouTube channel. I've got videos coming out over the next few days. Every day a video is coming out about the products, how to set them up, the startup guide, what you need to keep an eye on, and additional tips as well. So if you're not already, make sure to stay tuned by clicking the follow button up here, and it gives you a notification every time that live stream comes out. So next up, we're going to look at a camera, which is of course the Canon EOS Rebel Sl3. It's a bit of a beauty, and the reason that is because that's the camera I brought SL3 Rebel, so that's known as a 250D in the UK. That camera offers you a few things. It offers you a good budget option, starter camera, but with the specs of something a bit fancy. You can put a pro lens on that and get really good photo, really good video. You get 4K on it, you get 1080p on it, obviously, and the price on that with the kit lens at the moment, you can pick it up for $849. Not too shabby, and you won't be disappointed. You can live stream with that camera and get face tracking, eye tracking, because I'm using it right now, and I use it via a cam link. I was using it via another HDMI capture card, but I needed to upgrade it in order to make all the cameras work for us. And as part of that deal, you'll notice what tends to happen is you can set up, I've got a whole show coming out. This is a bit of a sneak preview. Blackmagic, the camera guys, the 4K, 6K, 8K, we're coming soon. So keep an eye on that. That will be another live stream scheduled in future. ATEM Mini is another option. ATEM Mini Pro, ATEM. Wait, let me get that right. ATEM Mini, ATEM Mini Pro, and ATEM Mini Pro ISO. I think that's the official terms. Those will be reviewed as well. So that's all to make your lives a bit easier when you're actually purchasing them and you know what to keep an eye out for. There will be dedicated shows, so keep an eye out for that. So even though I've just said that, my main thing is you don't need expensive gear. So I won't recommend you buying something really expensive if you can make do with something other than that. I don't have an ATEM Mini Pro because I can't do this with an ATEM Mini Pro. Well, I can do that, but I can't do this. Watch what I just do now. The ATEM Mini Pro is going to be desk orientated. I'll have to have a separate app to use for the remote feature. You can get custom features on there, but I can now do a walk over to my standing desk. I'll take chat with me. So I'm gonna see you if you shout at me and swear at me. So what I just did there, my audio levels are a bit low, maybe, possibly. Yeah, let me turn my mic up. So while walking, I'm actually changing between my screens with the remote control. So I've got a live stream right now. I'm live streaming to Amazon Live with a bonus to my YouTube followers. You're getting a live stream today as well. So hello and welcome to the show. You are watching me stream and actually change between different cameras live. I'm using my remote control. I can easily click a button and go through a number of screens. Do you want to set up something like this? It's not difficult to do. All you need to do is get the right gear, set it up in the right way, getting the right options, and you can actually stream with some decent quality. And if you're lucky enough to have a Mojave Cam, Mojave D in the house, repping D. So that's all part of how cool is that? That is just super cool. Every time I do that, I just be like, wow, the things following me around the screen is like a CCTV camera, like I'm a criminal. You get that in like shopping centers where the cameras follow you around, but who would thought you can get a camera like that for live streaming where it'll just follow you around? So yeah, I thought it was important to do that. Hey Zulf, do you check your Instagram? Ooh, it depends, not too frequently. What's up? You okay? Warren? Let me know if you have a question. I am live today and I can help answer any questions you have. Let's have a look. Let me check. Mojave Cam is one on sale right now. Yes, it is, D. I think I put him in the catalog, in the carousel. They've gone down. It's like a bit cheaper. Yes, 15% off. It's gone down to $172. Let me bring him up. Let me put him on the carousel. Okay, so we're looking at the SL3 because that's the camera I brought. But the OBS bot, I'll try and keep him a secret because he's like our little robot for our show. I don't want everybody having him, but then again, we have been nice enough to get we have been nice enough to get, like, you know, not that I wanted to buy them all out or anything so nobody else could get them. No, not because of that. But there's a giveaway coming at some point. I'll keep going on about this. But it needs to be done in the right way and make sure it's all fair. So keep an eye out for that. There's a number of those coming out. So I have an interesting finding regarding Canon firmware. Check your messages. Varun. That doesn't name look familiar. Let me see if I can log in and have a look. Social, Insta, messages. Varun. 1 day ago, 3 weeks ago, I can't see your name in there, Varun. What's the interesting thing? Are you looking for some help? Are you sharing something, or what's up? I've got an email address in my contact me page on my back page, so you can probably reach out there. Canon firmware. You mean the Canon webcam utility tool? Tell me more. D, how would I enter? Well, that's the thing, D. I want it to be because technically I am in the UK. If customers enter throughout the country, it would be a bit difficult for me to post out to other countries. So I want Amazon to do that for us. So you basically, whoever wins, they send them something, or they send them a voucher for the value of the item they want. But we're still ironing that out. I'm only a level 2 influencer at the moment. Level 3, I'll definitely do it. But to get there, I need the Amazon followers. And we're getting there slowly. And obviously, we're only on show 51 on Amazon Live. So we're going to get there. I'll keep you in mind, D. You've been with us from the start. We're going to try and get you sorted out with something at some point. I'll keep you in mind. It will be our loyal followers, obviously. I've recently prepared... Okay, Varun, I saw your comment. I replied to your comment. Is that the same Varun? Let me check. Social, YouTube. Let me go comments. I remember you put a comment on one of our videos, didn't you? Let's have a look. Your videos, comments. Let's have a look. Comments. I'll go. Yes, hello everybody in Amazon. We are live today helping you with your purchases. So at any point, if you have a question, drop it in chat. Let me search by name. What's his name? V-A-R-U-N. Varun. Varun. I thought your name looked familiar. Okay, here we go. I'll bring it up on 1 day ago, Varun. Let me bring it up. I'll show you it. So I think you were saying something like, not every camera supports HDMI live view. You need to ensure the camera you get offers HDMI out before you think about Magic Lantern. Okay, so you're looking at Magic Lantern. Purpose is to make non-clean HDMI into a clean HDMI. If your camera doesn't support HDMI in the first place, you need to look at another camera. Okay, so Varun, I think you were trying to get a camera. You found a camera, you repaired it, and you were having difficulty getting a HDMI signal out of it. And you were looking at my Magic Lantern video. So I thought that's confusing. If you don't have a clean HDMI out, well, if your camera doesn't offer a HDMI out, Magic Lantern's not going to fix that. Is that answer your question, Baron? Because the camera you're looking at does not offer that facility. So you need to get another camera. And with the cameras that do offer that facility, there's a number of cameras that are available that offer clean HDMIs. We looked at a few of those on the Amazon live show. So we've got camera options such as a Canon SL3, known as a 250D. You've got other cameras out there such as the M50 Mark II. You've got the T7 Canon camera. There's loads of options out there, so keep in mind which cameras you are looking at, and that way we can make sure that it helps you to live stream. In today's stream, we have covered a number of options, so it has been a great show. We are going to keep going on Amazon Live because obviously we have a 2-hour show planned for Amazon Live. We are getting to the 1-hour mark for my other channel. Oh, yes, answers my question. Okay, no worries, Baron. Let me know how you get on, and let me know if you get another camera. Because if you get one of the... I used it. Let me tell you about this. I used it on a T2i, and I used the webcam tool. So if you got an older camera, don't chuck it away. You can still use it. Just get some better glass for it, a nice lens. And you can actually use old cameras in that scenario as well. So they do help you to live stream for photo, for video. They actually take very good quality images and photo. So So what else we got? Again, we are live today. We're having a bit of a party on Amazon Live today. We are looking at a number of camera options for you, deals to get you taking good photo, good video. What is good photo, good video? It's all in the eye of the beholder. So you can get a really fancy camera. I'm pointing to the non-fancy camera. You can get the really fancy camera, or you can get the standard camera. I need to be careful with which cameras I point at, because Amazon customer might tell me it's sound and light, not light and sound. I had that earlier. If you haven't seen it, check the comments today. We have had lovely Amazon customers keeping us in check with that information. Light travels faster than sound. Yes, that's the right way around, isn't it? Yes. And okay, so looking at that, I reckon we have got another great option now. So let me go back to the cameras, because that camera we looked at was, yeah, so we looked at the Sony Alphas, we looked at the M50, we looked at a tripod, we looked at the 4K. I'm updating Amazon carousel for you guys here live. We looked at the lighting situation, a few good options there. And then, okay, how about this? I saw this and I thought, you know what? Is that competition for Mojave? I saw this. I think it's competition for Mojave. Watch. I saw it and I was like, okay, that looks like an interesting option. Mojave already does this, but is this going to be better? So this is the Mevo, nicely named Mevo, not Mojave, Mevo. And what does Mevo do? Mevo start the all-in-one wireless. That's like the main word. Just in case you didn't get it, I want to accentuate that. Okay, wireless live streaming camera and webcam. It live streams in 1080p, HD and remote control with dedicated iOS, Android, and Android app. Okay, one sec. So the idea here is, does that mean I can wirelessly stream? Like if I use my mobile phone, let me check. Live stream in 1080p, HD and remote control with dedicated iOS Android app. So what does this actually do for me? Wireless HD camera designed for live streaming, remote control from your smartphone over Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Live stream to Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch. Okay, over your phone. Can I use it with my computer? Because this is something I would really like to check out. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. Mevo sounds like a brand that I've. Oh, let's have a look at the Mevo store. What is their priority? What do they like to sell? Stream your favorite platforms. Okay, it's basically a webcam, but it's a wireless webcam. It reminds me of the Sony cameras. You remember the Sony action cameras they used to do? Ooh, okay. This seems like a good option for us. Let's have a look at their tweets. Oh, that's the tweet. That was going to be the Twitter. Okay, so Mevo, not too shabby. But again, there's a number of brands coming up, so we need to keep an eye on all of these. So I thought I'll include that today because it was something a bit different. Because you know we like Mojave Cam. It's all about Mojave Cam. But again, if the market opens up, we might have to look at Mevo. Okay, so we looked at Mevo. Let's look at this little deal here. So sometimes they give you a nice bulk deal. A bulk deal. Why would you want to get a bulk deal? Well, what they try and do is they give you everything you need in one location. Let's bring that up here. So if you were going to look at a photo and video camera, would it be good to get it separately or would it be good to get it as a package? Well, I've looked at a few options on Amazon. So for close to $800, you can pick up a camera bundle. I like to do my little $66.99 in English class, remember? Speech marks. Yeah. That's okay. So Canon EOS Rebel Sl3 DSLR camera bundle with Canon EFS lens. So you get a bundle lens. Okay, you get that flash. Look at that flash, and you get a couple of little attachments. Questionable. Because I've been talking about these cameras so long on the last Amazon Live show, people have slowly picked up these cameras individually. So now we're actually left with only these deals. So I'm having to resort to showing you these deals. I wouldn't recommend them as the best. However, they do offer a good overall starter package. If you're totally new to photo and video, that wouldn't be too shabby because you can use it to get into the scene, as it were. So the tripod looks a bit not as robust as I would like. There's a few other little things that you probably won't use if you're new, but it is worth considering. You get a little bag to keep it all together, but the camera is a solid camera. I use a camera for live streaming now. I've swapped out my cameras, so overall in terms of what you're going to get for live streaming is not so shabby at all, people. So make sure you check that out there. What else have I got? There we go. Next up, I'm going to show you something quickly, which is quite a handy thing to know. So if you get a camera and you're live streaming for long periods of time, like a camera, DSLR type camera, you might want to plug it in via HDMI and stream for 2 hours or 3 hours like I do for Amazon Live. The power in your battery is not going to last that long. So what you can do is move over to something like this, which I'm going to show you just now. I've updated it in the carousel. I've noticed my music has turned off because we've reached the hour mark. Let me update that to a bit of a faster beat. Yep. Okay. Oh, okay. I've got a few messages. I'll keep an eye on that. Warren, I've noticed you sent a couple of messages. I'm gonna check your message right now when I get this screen back up here, which is Amazon Live. Beautiful. Okay. Again, we are live on Amazon today, helping you with your purchases. At any point, if you have a question, you can drop it in chat, and I'm here to help you with your purchase. You can click here. When you click on this video, it'll unmute me on your product page, and it allows you to ask any question you want. How this basically works is you see my video on the Amazon product page, just like you see there on Amazon.com, live streams related to this product. Because I'm talking about this item right now, you will be shopping and looking at the description. You might not get all the information you want. So what I basically do is I break down the core elements that you need to know. If it works with your camera, if I would buy it, and then the facts about the item. And if it helps you, you can purchase it. If not, we'll give you an alternative, because I put them side by side and say, actually, that might not be good for you. Maybe look at this option. So that is all part of the deal today. Now, this is a dummy battery. What is a dummy battery? You basically add it into your camera and it powers your camera for a lot longer. So if I show you an example of this, well, that camera does not have a battery in there, but I can show you it on my 5D. So if I show you this camera, if I wanted to live stream with this camera for like 2 hours or 3 hours, the battery is only probably going to last like 45 minutes. So you take the battery out and then you plug in the dummy battery, and it has a lead, and you plug that into your power socket. That means it's powered indefinitely. So you're actually going to power your camera for a lot longer to be able to live stream. And I'm struggling to put my 5D battery because I never take my 5D battery out, because that battery lasts so long. That's the good thing about professional cameras. If you charge the battery, it will actually last a long amount of time. Okay, so let me check on our little messages there. We've got a few popping in. So yes, answers the question. Can you check Dazzle and RCA capture cards? It would work awesome. Somewhat like digitizing all VHS does. Many are getting what got you okay, Varun, you need to be careful with the products you buy, because what will happen is a lot of the times if you buy a cheap product or something that's not verified as a official item, you're gonna basically buy something that's not verified. I use a cheap capture card for a long amount of time. You can check out my channel here, and I explain the issues I had with a cheap card. So when I actually bought a professional card which is designed professionally, you're going to be paying for that infrastructure. So obviously that's a more expensive card in HDMI, but I've not had any issues with it. I've been streaming with it for a while, whereas before things would freeze up for me. So yeah, keep an eye on that. Hi Bedico, nice to have you on the stream. Appreciate you jumping in. What wireless HDMI hardware would you recommend? Wireless HDMI, there's a few options out there, Bedico. What kind of budget have you got in mind, and how much do you want to spend? And also what rate? 1080p 30-60 frames a second, is that adequate, or do you want faster than that? There's a few options out there that I'm thinking of. I can show you them on Amazon Live actually, because I'm here already. So let me know that and I can bring them up and show you them. Okay, so that was a power adapter that we looked at just there to power your camera for longer. Wireless HDMI is a good option. So let me get a few things up for you. I can show you that. In addition to this, I've put up something else, one of our favorite cameras, which was, of course, let me update the carousel just like that. I've tapped up and we've got the next item up. So if you're joining on Amazon Live, you will see that update on your screen automatically, just like magic, because that's how we roll. And looking there, we've got, okay, there we go, that's updated there. Beautiful. So Canon EOS 2000D Rebel T7. Again, it's that bundle deal, which you know I'm not a fan of, but considering what you're getting, I'm willing to say, you know what, it's all right, because the extra items you can use for getting started if you're new. If not, I would say wait until the camera comes available, because you're spending probably not a couple of hundred, you're spending a bit more than you would do. You're probably spending a good $80-90 more for that extra equipment, and it's all like starter level stuff. But I'd rather you buy the camera and a proper tripod rather than buy a deal and think the tripod's going to be good. If you're traveling and you take a tripod with you that's not that robust, you might end up breaking it while you're traveling, and then you're going to have to buy one from another country and another currency, and the inflation and prices can be different depending on where you're buying them from. So make sure you're ready for the item you're buying. Hello Galaxy Spirit, appreciate you dropping in, nice to have you here. I like your little emoji you dropped in Amazon Live. What brings you to Amazon today? Are you looking to purchase something? Let me know what you're looking at and I can give you some information. So going back to the camera we were looking at just there, I've got okay, Bedico, what resolution do you want to stream at? Because that would be like a main thing to think about. So let's go, let me add an item in here so I can show you one. If I add you the, and how far distance do you want? Because that would be like a big thing to think about. I've got a couple here that I'm thinking of, but there's also a few options that are from more wider manufacturers, like probably more than your budget, but we'll see if we can find something within that. 1080p, okay. So the one I looked at was, what's it called here now? Okay. Let me have a look at the one you mentioned. We'll compare it. We'll do a little Vaxis Atom. Okay. Uh, 40 meters. Okay, let me bring the one you mentioned. And I'm going to add in something else. Technically, I can't recommend this item I'm going to recommend to you because I'm in negotiations with them. Probably best I don't. Because they've been... Okay, yeah, I won't tell you more about that. So at the moment, there's a number of promotions going on for the channel. And yeah. Let's go return to live stream. Let's look at the ones you mentioned. I'll keep the other one to myself until we officially launch it. Okay. So let's look at this one. And there's another cheap one there that I saw, but I wasn't happy with it. But we'll look at it anyway. Sometimes I feel like you do... Varun, thank you, Varun. Appreciate it. Yeah. To be honest, the reason I do what I do here is to help people. And also you'll notice I've turned off the subs on my channel and everything. It's not about the numbers. It's more about helping people. And I'm alright. I do alright, to be fair. I don't really need additional bigging up, as it were, or numbers to show me, like the standard YouTuber thing. But the less said, the better, probably. Okay, so we've got... Let me look at the one you said, the Vaxis Atom. I want to see that, because that looks interesting. And it's actually a bit more expensive than the one I'm going to be getting my hands on. And let's see. So look. Vaxis Atom 500 wireless. Let me show... Am I showing? Yeah, I am. Okay, so that there... What? Okay, interesting. That's an interesting option. I've had a look at the specs. I'm not too keen, but what do you use at the moment? Bedico. Maybe start making pick up this. Yeah, Varun, to be honest, I'm not too bothered. If it... The people that want to find the videos will find them. I'm not too bothered. I'll tell you one thing. YouTube's not all it's cracked up to be. Nobody's going to get rich off YouTube. I'll tell you that now. The main thing that you're going to find help with is... Well, yeah, I won't really get into it. So I'm on Amazon Live at the moment. So I'm going to keep my mouth stum. Okay, so looking at that JTech Digital 1x2 wireless HDMI. What is this all about then? What's this all about? Oh, this is inside. It's like a house extending your DVD player and stuff, isn't it? Yeah, your HD TV. Okay, yeah, no, that's why did that bring that up on my stream from there? Let's go here. Where's the... Yeah, I was going to show you another one, but I'm not going to show you it because I can't at the moment. Yeah, oh, Warren, thanks for joining. Take care. Hopefully you got your answer. But yeah, nice to hear from you. Bedico, I think the one you've mentioned, it's fine. I've not used it personally, so I can't give you like a definitive answer. But based on the specs, for what you wanted, it sounds like a decent option. There's nothing there that seems like it won't give you what you want. It looks like a professional option. But yeah, I've not used it personally, so I won't be able to give you as much detail on like the ins and outs of it. Okay, so what have I got up here then? Okay, let's go back to the cameras that we're looking at. So I will be calling that a deal on that one that I reckon we're going to look at over here. There we go. Yes. So again, we are live on Amazon. Hopefully you are finding the information today helpful. If you've seen the video on a product page, we are looking through a number of camera options and deals for you. If you click on this video, you can unmute it, which allows you to send questions to us directly. We basically show you camera options and what can make and help you with your setup. Okay, Bedco, good point. How soon are you buying it, Bedco? Because I've got something coming and I'm going to be doing a channel. Well, actually, you won't see it anytime soon. Right now, I've got 4 months worth of videos already scheduled on my channel. So the stuff you're actually seeing recently coming out wasn't filmed until like 4 months ago. So all of the stuff gets filmed and set up, so then I don't have to worry about it. So the stuff I'm going to film now is probably going to come out in the end of, well, we May, June, July, August, September. Probably the stuff I'm filming now is coming out in the end of September. So it's like I'm ahead of the game, as it were, and there's loads of stuff coming out that I can't really talk about yet until the actual official video comes out. So it's like loads of before, like similar to TV programs, you know, when they're made in advance, but then you already know who's going to be like killed in the final episode, but the people haven't seen the channel, the live stream yet, as it were. But yeah, that might not make sense at all, but yeah, I get what you mean now. So live streaming a wedding would be great. Wait a minute, could use HDMI wireless for wedding shooting? When you're saying shooting, you don't mean photos, you mean like, I'm thinking of a situation of you can live stream an event while it's happening wirelessly with extra angles. So you have two people there with those wireless rigs on their camera. They can do wireless recording to a location, which then live streams it to the family, for example. Is that right? Yes. Okay. So let me go and update the carousel for you, because right now Amazon Live is actually kicking up. We need to keep an eye on those up. So let's go. And I'm going to add in some additional options, which are always good in terms of keeping your live stream on the go, people. So I've added in a lens there, and I'm going to add in another camera, because you know what it is, Canon is where it's at. You may already know, you know, I tend to have a few Canons on my sleeve. I'm not even wearing sleeves. How can I say that? How much of a bad joke is that? Okay, where we go 60, yeah, 60 Mark II. So now we're going to nicely look at a few options. Let me get rid of those thingies, because they're going to confuse our customers there. Let's go return edit. Let's go whack that out. And we've got whack, remove. Okay, beautiful. So let me give you a few of those. So again, if you are currently in the experience of buying a camera, it can be quite a lot to take in, especially if you're new and you're told to look at certain cameras. The cameras you look at may not be the best option for you. So I always look at offering additional options along the lines of getting something that would work well for you. So what are we doing? We're going to bring you up on... Oh, yeah, I did a Sony A7. Yes. We have got a few additional things that we need to look at. Let me refresh our screen just to make sure Amazon Live chat is coming through okay. And beautiful. Galaxy Spirit, that is how we roll, mate. 399. Okay, so budget wise, that's an interesting budget. Let me bring you up on full screen. Let me bring up something for you and see if that would be the best. So we looked at the OBS, but that's more of a, that's for live streaming. So I wouldn't say that's the best option there for that. But what I will look at is, let me bring it up here for you. A Sony A7. So obviously with the options you've got, there is a few additional things you can do. Let me have a look. I'll bring it up for you right now. It takes a bit of a setting up here because it is live, so we're going to update the screens for you right now. Hello Tanika. Hello, welcome to the show. How are you doing today? What brings you to Amazon? Let's have a look. Looking for a great student camera for yearbook stuff. Is it mostly going to be portraits, Tanika? Because I've got a few options in the carousel today which would be quite handy. And actually I was just updating the carousel with a lens that I reckon would be just great for you. Let me bring that up for you. Let me show you that. So what type of budget are you working with there, Tanika? How much have you got to spend? Because that will determine for print. Okay, yes, that will determine how much we can kind of work towards, because there's a couple of camera options I'm thinking of already, because I use a number of cameras. For your requirements under, okay, is that for the camera and the lens? Yeah, so just check. Okay, I'm just updating my screen for you now there, Tanika, so I can bring those options there. So I would say you can pick up that lens because that would be a great option for printing. Print work is very a lens that, yeah, okay, let me show you this then. So what we'll do is we'll show you a kit option, and then we'll show you an additional lens that would work for you to get those extra sharp photos and pleasing photos for print especially. So let me show you this. Okay, I've got them up on my screen. I'm just going to update that for you there and put it in the carousel. Let me put the camera in there first. Okay, here. So the first camera, I reckon, because it's taking a price reduction, I've included it at the moment, so it's gone down by 19%. So you're saving a bit of money there. It's gone down to $604. We were talking about this a little while ago. It's a Canon T7 camera. You get a kit lens with it, and you get most things you will need. So for your purposes, you'll get a memory card in there, 32GB. You'll get the lens, which is a kit lens. The kit lens will work okay. However, for your needs, I reckon if you get a portrait lens, which I'd say is more like for your type of yearbook staff photos, they look really good, because you want to be more further away from the subject to give them like a pleasing look. If you're too close, it tends to make them a bit bloaty, look a bit bloaty in the photo. So that camera there is a T7. It is on deal, so you're saving $145 today. That would be the camera. And then to go alongside that, I will go with a lens such as this EF 50mm 1.4. It's not the latest newest lens, but it's a lens that I've used a lot, and I've done a lot of fashion photography and portraits and stuff, and it's very what's the word, it's very not demanding, what's the opposite of demanding, very forgiving. It's very forgiving. You can take like photos and it makes it look very pleasing with low effort. So that's the lens there, and that's the lens you're watching me on. So if this looks half decent, it's kind of giving you an idea. I'm only streaming at 720p to Amazon, so this might not look as good as it could do. But let's go back to that lens there. And that lens is a 50mm 1.4. And that's, again, that you're saving money there today as well. So a number of deals I've got in there today are ones that have taken a price reduction. So you're saving $35 there, 8% cheaper. It's $363. So with that lens and the camera, you're looking at 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're saving you a bit of money there for a nice coffee and a bit of cake. You'll save some money under your budget of $1,000. So that'd be bang on, perfect for you, I reckon. So I've put them in the carousel. Let me put them next to each other so it's easy for you to bring them up on screen. So we've got that, and okay, here we go. Let me put that lens right next to the other camera so you know which two to go with. And you've got a few extra things in that bundle kit. So if you're actually getting into photography, you'll get like a tripod and a few extra bits that would be handy to get started with. And it also comes with a bag as well. And most of the times I say don't buy the bundle deals, but in your example, I reckon it might work out well for you because you're kind of using it for that purpose. So let's go to return to live stream. I've put the items next to each other, so the lens and the camera are right beside each other. So if you open up in your catalog, if you click on the listing red box, it will open up in Amazon, add to cart both items, and you can go through the checkout process, and you can get them as soon as, yeah, they're in stock. So you can actually go, depending on your location, they'll be posted out to you. So okay, no worries, Tanika. Thanks for dropping in the stream. Hopefully you take some amazing photos of the stuff. If you click up here, there is a follow option. What that does is each time I go live, you get a notification. We basically talk about photography gear, video, and kind of getting the best from your gear. And also once you've got your camera, you may find some additional helpful tips on my channel. I've got a YouTube channel where I make videos to help you understand the camera, how to take photographs. So that's like an extra perk for you if you want to scratch up on some of those skills. I use a number of these cameras myself, so you can actually see them in use. And when you click on Amazon follow, it lets you know when I live stream. So take care, Tanika. Hopefully I'll see you once you've got your camera, and I'll hear how you get on with it. Let me keep an eye out over there for wireless, the Mars. There's also a device, heard of it, Massey Chudos. For how old is that? Have you? Starter camera, yeah. So how they position it is, there's a number of camera lineups. They have like a enthusiast level camera, they have a beginner level camera, and they have additional cameras. So these cameras are where's it gone? Well, let me put it on my screen. Did I close it? Let me open it up again. Yeah, so these cameras are pitched at the enthusiast level market. So start beginners and mid-level, even pro. I use them. I do it professionally and I still use them. So the cameras themselves are good. Let me show you what I mean. So for example, that would be like a kit camera. That's what you're gonna get. But what I do is I take the lens off, and then I put on a $1,600 lens onto this camera, and I take photos with that camera. The cameras are very capable as long as you've got a good glass. So if you could be a starter student, you could use that camera with the starter lens and get really good photos. And then when you get to a point that you get better, you don't really have to change the camera body. You can just buy a better lens and just put the lens onto that camera. And now this camera will take as good photos as that camera. When it comes to photos, a lot of the DSLR cameras are very, very good, especially for your kind of purpose. If you're doing photography, teaching students, learning about that, taking portraits, like teaching them about ISO, shutter speed, aperture, all that kind of stuff, you can individually control that. But on the flip side, you can put them onto the automatic mode and just start shooting photos and not worry about any of that. So it automatically does it. So that's why it's good for beginners, because they can just hit the ground running. But then when they start investigating and seeing why is that camera photo different to this one, they can start using the different modes to get like blurry backgrounds, sharp photos, light trails in dark light situations, all that stuff. Yeah, no worries, Tanika. It's kind of basically what I do on my other channel. We talk about photography cameras, lighting, and live streaming, and all sorts of stuff relating to cameras. But yeah, they are very decent cameras. I still use them cameras that are technically amateur cameras, and I've actually done fashion show photography with amateur cameras with professional lenses, and there's not been any noticeable differences. They've been printed in magazines. So you mentioned you were thinking about printing. A lot of these lenses are very sharp, so when you print them, the colors look very true to life as well. So when students print them out, you'll see how well the pictures were taken, because then that shows in the print. Let's have a look. I'll keep an eye on both channels there. Appreciate the follow, Tanika. Always nice to have a new follower. We are keeping it. Let me put my lens back on the camera there. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Nick. If you're unsure about anything, let me know. I can answer like specific questions if you're looking about maybe video and stuff like that, because then there's different cameras that offer that. Photography, most of the DSLR cameras are very good. When you look at video, a lot of the customers that come on Amazon tend to use these cameras for video, and that's where we have like more interesting conversations, because some cameras do 1080p video, some do 4K video, and then that's where the expensive cameras come in, basically better quality video. But that's something down the line. Chudos Photo, hello, welcome, how are you doing? Nice to have you on the show. Oh, another one there. We're whacking it out today, mate. Whacking it out today. Yes, so that is an auto thing. Thank you very much, very helpful. No worries. Hopefully they come through to you. Let me know once you get it and how you find it. Did it work out for you? And if you're looking for upgrades, they are easy to upgrade. All I would do is get another lens for the camera. So you've kind of done all the legwork. You've bought a nice camera, which you can upgrade as you get better, basically. Yes, so we seem to be doing well. Okay, yeah, Chudos is in the house. Chudos, how's it going? Guess what I was looking at, Chudos? Let me show you what I was looking at. I'm glad you popped in, because you're my mini ATM mini expert, basically. I was looking at the ATM mini. Let me bring it up on my screen. I was talking to Amazon customers about it. Let me bring it up. Where are we gone? Did I take it out? I must have taken it out. I know it's here. Okay, let me highlight. Get that up. So, Chudas, the question here is... Okay, let's go F6. Okay, hopefully it's there. Yes. So, Blackmagic ATM. This is the dilemma I've got. I'm going to do a live thing now. So right now, what I do is I'm live on Amazon. I'll be talking to customers. I'm actually live streaming to Amazon and YouTube at the same time. So if I talk to someone else, sorry, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm kind of prioritizing. So I'm going to be live streaming. I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, we're talking about this product, blah, blah, blah. If I've got the ATM mini on my desk, I can switch between it. But what I tend to do is, because I stream for like 2 hours, I will get up and walk to kind of not get tired. So then I would go like that and say, okay, what we'll do is we'll take our camera over to my standing desk and we'll have a look at that. So then I've got the remote in my hand and I can go over. Before I go over, I make sure my mic is turned on, and then I go over to my standing desk. So I came over to my standing desk and I use my remote control to change over scenes. So now I've gone to my Mojave Cam, like the ultra wide. So if I was doing like a, I don't know, showing something, because I'm going to do a lot of like unboxing type stuff where I'm going to show examples. With the ATM Mini Pro, that's going to be on my desk. So how can I switch while I'm here? Or I looked at an app. Is there an app that you have to get on your phone? Because I have to have Amazon live chat on my phone to see the Amazon customers coming in. I've got a massive screen over there where I can see my feed of my OBS. So the question is, ATM Mini, I'm not going to get that. ATM Mini Pro or ATM Mini ISO, do they offer an option to be able to control like wirelessly like this and do like switching? Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Because what I do is I basically do like I normally have this screen. If I'm here, I'll say, okay, let's go over, and then I show that screen to show I'm moving over to a new location, because there's both screens, and then I go to that individual screen. Oh, okay, so the remote's nothing fancy. All that is, it's a shortcut key. So it's normal, it's a keyboard. In OBS, I've got hotkeys set up, F1, F2, F3 with different cameras. So I use this like a remote control, and I just press whatever I want to press, so it's wireless. App, but the app's controlled. So on my app, I can't use my app, because if you notice here, I have to have this open, because Amazon Live only works off this. Well, I had to buy an iPoop just to be. I normally have Androids, but I've had to buy this phone to be able to get the chat up and update the carousel. So when I'm talking to Amazon customers, I will update like items and say, okay, I'm talking about that, and the customers will see that pop up on their screen, so they know what I'm talking about. So yeah, the mini. Yes, I think that's you sorted out on that Amazon. Okay, yeah, wicked. So next up, we are going to be looking at the lighting. I think lighting's going to be main. Yeah. So if I show you a few of the lighting options, right? Maybe yeah, this thing. Oh this thing is a Rye. It's basically a keyboard and a mouse. R Mini X1. It's basically a wireless, yeah. Yeah, so I'll have to get another iPad or some all that business. I was thinking of getting the A Stream Mini. No, not Mini. What's the one? Stream Deck. But I don't think I'll get that. And also, can I do what I'm doing here with the ATEM Mini? For example, this screen, I've got overlays like my name here. I've got the Canon thingy, and then when we get a new follower, an automatic rule kicks off, and then it kind of Amazon Live, if someone is not following, can someone follow so I can show this next rule? It's basically like you might have saw it, it comes up on the actual screen like a thing. Okay, and that is like a link into the plugins. So I don't know. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get one and play with it. But the worst thing is, if I get an ATEM Mini Pro, I don't want to have to reset up all my, because right now I've got a workflow, and I don't want to spend like a day or 2 days learning how to do it the Stream Deck way, because you have to go into the app and change each button to like different things. Like for example, the screens, I've got these screens set up, I've got these 2 screens set up, and I've got extra little help things there, like I'm here to help, ask questions live, and click to unmute. And then I've got that camera, and then I've got my screen sharing here with 3 cameras, and then the deck as well. Okay. But and then the worst thing about it is, we're going mad today. And also that rule's only set up on this screen, so if I'm on this screen that will work, but if I'm on any other screen it won't, so then it doesn't interrupt me, if that makes any sense at all. If I bring up that screen there. And also the worst thing is, on my channel I mainly say you don't need expensive gear. So if I go out and buy like a $600 ATEM Mini and show everybody budget ways of doing stuff, is it to be a bit of hypocritical, isn't it? Because ideally I want to use the stuff that I'm showing, because that way it's like, I had to get that because my other card kept freezing. Is it easy for ATEM? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to just get one and test it out. I was that close to getting it yesterday, because I thought I'd just set it up, but I already had a bit of a nightmare setting up this camera, because I used to use that for live streaming, and now I've got that because that face tracks you, whereas my old one didn't. So yeah, it's nice to have. I've got how many? The Pro's got 4 as well. I've got one, I've got 2, then I've got 3, then I've got 4. So that'll be 4 HDMIs I'm going to use. I might have to get the ISO, because I'm going to easily have 6 cameras by the end of this, because I need to get a top down on my desk shot. On that desk shot I'll need like a top down view, and then a corner view as well, so I need 6. Yeah, that's it, you're right. Because I think what happens is people tend to, I did a survey on my channel. Let me show you the survey just to see what the if I go your channel and let's do community. Community. I think you might have voted on this. Let me show you my screen. So I did a thingy saying, how much would you spend on a HDMI capture card for live streaming? 31 votes. Under $20. 42% of my customers would pay under 20. But then that makes me think, if you're paying that kind of price, you're gonna have problems. The way I had problems with that cheap card. Then $20 to $60, 35% people said that. 60 to 150, 16%, and then 6% said I would get an ATEM Mini, bro. I'm sure that must have been you. At least one person voted there. Plus multi-view is wonderful. Multi-view, okay, that's something interesting. I might check that out. Yes, that one went would you prefer? M50 Mark II got really good votes on that as well. Interesting. Yes, so I'm going on a side tangent there looking at my YouTube, but basically we are here live today helping you with your Amazon purchases. At any point, if you're struggling with your purchase or you want a bit more information about that product you're looking to buy, just interrupt me at any point and we'll jump into your question and help you find that. We've got a number of linked items in the carousel which you can look at, and those will actually help you with your purchases. You will notice on the product pages that you're looking at, if you're shopping on Amazon Live today, you will see me on the product page just like you see there. It'll say relating to this product live streams, and I have a number of items in my carousel. Anything I'm talking about will have a red box around it. You can click on the item and open it up in the new window, and that allows you to be able to shop. So you are seeing me on the Amazon.com website today, and that will help you with your purchases for lenses, video, photo gear is the main thing we're covering, as well as a hint of live streaming, because we've got the ATM Mini in the works, in the go. Oh yes, okay. So yep, and yeah, how are we doing YouTube? I've been a bit slow on my YouTube channel recently. I've been smashing out Amazon Live every day for 2 hours, and then during the day additional YouTube stuff like the random tests. But we are good. You've got some stuff coming out on YouTube, guys, don't worry. I've got like 4 months worth of stuff scheduled out every 2 days. So what's that, like 15 videos, 15, 30, 60, close to about 70 videos scheduled. So you may be seeing videos come out and they're probably like, I look younger in them, because that's probably because it's 3 months ago. So I'll kind of just add to the pot. So I'm not actually making videos and popping them out on the day, so apologies for that. If you're seeing stuff, make sure to comment, and then I'll do further tests as they come out. And again, live wise, what else have I got for you today? Zemodo's gone live on Amazon Live today. He's doing some good options there with security. So if you're on Amazon Live today and you're thinking about home security, make sure to check out Zemodo. He's got a live stream coming up about security and camera deals. So some great stuff for you there. Who else is doing something nice for us today? I will be going on for a bit longer. We're close to our 2-hour session today. So if you have any questions, do let me know. Howard Whale is also live. So make sure to go and check Howard Whale out with Everyday Tech. What have we got here? Yes, that seems to be the main ones I keep an eye out. Super handy, daily deals. There's some beauty channels out there, but obviously that's for the beauty customers out there. So what else we got? Beauty. Okay, that was your Amazon Live show today. Hopefully you found that useful, and if you have any questions, do drop them in chat, or alternatively smash that button up here if you're on PC. If you're on mobile, there'll be a little link down here which lets you hover over it and it gives you a follow option. That allows you to keep in tune with the live streams as they happen, so you can actually get live support with your products with additional support. Everything is linked in the carousel, so you can check those out even when the show ends. Some of the deals were time specific, so be sure to check those out in your carousel. If you put items in your checkout and they were at a cheaper point, if the price changes, you'll get a notification telling you of the higher price. So please keep that in mind. So when we show you deals, try your best to get those as soon as possible, and I shall see you on the next live stream. Take care and bye bye Amazon Live. Okay, that whacked that out, mate. That was a beaut. So we've done a few Amazons. How did that one do? Let me just check the stats on that. 6,800. Not bad. Not bad views. Quite a bit of sales as well. Whack, mate. Okay, so YouTube, I'm here with you now. It's just you and me, mate. Just you and me, mate. We have finished the Amazon, so we are good to go on that one. Let me close those down, and we'll keep the Amazon bad boys up. So who we got today? 6 current viewers. Hello guys, how are you doing? How has your week been? We are midweek more or less. We're Tuesday now, aren't we? Yeah, Tuesday. So it's been a nice little session. I'm thinking of doing these every now and again. I won't bore you with these live streams on YouTube all the time, but I thought I might do one of these on YouTube as well, because a lot of the stuff I show to Amazon customers might be helpful for you in terms of if you're looking at video and photo, you kind of get that. And you don't have to actually buy from Amazon. You can look at those deals and find them on alternative sites. But obviously I can't tell you that while I'm live on Amazon, which I'm no longer live on Amazon. Okay, so get a film shoot to get you doing. Got a film shoot to get to doing great. So if you're looking forward to your experience with the Extreme ISO multi and source. Oh, thank you, Chudos. I probably missed you now, but thanks. Take care. I'll see you on the next time. What else have we got here? I think we sorted out Warren, and there's a few other questions come in about thingies. But yeah, how long have we been going YouTube? We might call it a day on YouTube as well. If you have any questions, or if you're currently on my channel and you've seen a video, a lot of the time people will tend to comment if I'm live. Just drop your question in a chat and we'll try and answer it straight away. I think Warren did that earlier. I did reply to his comment, but he may not have seen my reply. He was talking about one of the older cameras that he used. I'm hoping he's sorted out. He's getting a new camera, I think. Talked about something about webcam, quality, Logitech. But yeah, it's I think we have to be careful, because everybody has a different budget. I can't assume everybody can just go out and buy like a $1,000 camera. So I have to offer you enough options to make sure everybody that has a smaller budget and can do what they want to do. But yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate all you guys that come into the live sessions. Hopefully you get some benefit from this. I will link you to another playlist here with additional videos you can check out, and this will be our live stream today. So take care, and I'll see you on my next live stream, which we will plan for a better time. This was like an evening session in the UK.